Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster. We're back in the Knott's Park once again, and I've done some changes for progress. We're we're getting closer. It's still going to be a while, but we are closer. So let's start off with the basics. I have added concrete to this and these things, which I was going to add lights to, but I think I need to replan the whole thing because the clearance right here does not work. I just did that today, so that's not going to be in here the next time you see this. But the concrete will be, and I might change the color. I just want this to look like a lot neater than it does right now. And I may even just get rid of a lot of the grass and just have like concrete planters. So I honestly feel like it's going to look a lot better than this. It just looks kind of messy just having like this cliff right here. It's unrealistic. Okay, next up we have to go in a circle because I don't want to show off too many things yet. Let's go over here. I haven't done anything with... Actually, no, I lied. I changed the color scheme of this slightly. I got rid of the orange. So now it's just this yellow, blue, and silver rail scheme. And I like it. The orange didn't really have a place in this area of the park. The only downside is that it's extremely close in color scheme to Wipeout. But it's not unheard of for two rides in the same area to have a similar color scheme. Very minor. I added a path right here connecting it so you don't have to go all the way right there. It was a stupid design and I fixed it to make it a better design. Over here nothing has changed. I think I added a few more of these coverings in the queue. I like those coverings, so those are going to stay. And then over here, over at Fury 327, let me just... It's not Fury 327 anymore. It's going to get a different entrance. This is now the Big Kahuna. The Big Kahuna is pretty much in surf culture like the best surfer around, the one that really rides the waves the best. And it's the tallest roller coaster in the park. It's not the best roller coaster in the park, because that title goes to El Serpiente. But it's the tallest one, so it's earned the title of Big Kahuna. And with the name change, I did change a couple things to the layout slightly. First of all, right over here, there used to be this kind of airtime hill into this really awkward turn, which was right over here. And I got rid of it because I couldn't get the shaping right. And then when I did get the shaping right, all the supports were gone because it was right here. And I decided that it didn't really add anything substantial to the second half of the ride. So I got rid of it. Add a nice little high-speed hill right here. And it looks nice. I have no complaints with it. Also, right here over the train station, this used to be this really big hill. And I always hated it. Something about it just didn't seem right. So I added this right here. You kind of level out and then you bank and then drop. And it just seems to work a bit better. As a whole, it's kind of weird how it goes above the train station. Because it's this really nice looking train station, but then you just have supports and track above it. It's a bit distracting from the overall design of the train station. But in order for me to change anything with the layout, it would be difficult and probably not really worth it to change, so I'll just deal with it. It's a Cedar Fair park. Sightlines really aren't their main thing that they want to shoot for, so I'll just allow it. Right over here, I have kind of been working on this side of the station. I added this right here. After placing these down, I noticed that this part right here sticks up a bit too high, so I'm probably going to replace this with just standard concrete, because I think that'll look a little bit better. I also added these pieces of luggage over here, and these barrels right here, which thematically would be from the El Serpiente Tequila Company, just right over there, but I can't make anything small enough to say that that's where it's from. Maybe I could put a little sign on that box. Maybe that's a bunch of things from there. I don't know. Thirsty. Alright. Next up. I have not done anything over here. Fiesta Village is just kind of more or less at a standstill. It's one of the areas that I feel like is the least problematic. I really only have to add more foliage to it, and I can pretty much call it an area. This path right here will not be staying like this. I will be changing it to a more normal color and not the ocean waves. We can keep going through here. Oh, this building right here. So I have a kind of funny story to tell. So, a couple weeks ago, I was filming an episode that never got uploaded because somewhere in the whole mix of it, I ended up deleting this building. And I'm kind of debating showing off that part at some point. It might just be like a separate like blooper video of me screwing up royally. But apparently sometime when I was building this, I added the security cameras, and when I was going security camera crazy, I ended up placing one over here. And in the video I was like, oh well, I don't need this anymore, and I just clicked it and deleted it like it wasn't even a thing. And then I did several saves and several just cuts of video for me to finally realize that that part of the building was just gone. It wasn't there anymore. I was left with just the transfer shed, and all of this was just missing, and there was no way that I wanted to rebuild that whole thing. Like, that just sounded like the worst idea that I could ever have. So I ended up going back to an older save where I had to redo some things, but it kind of worked out better. This is going to be a better episode than the one that I would have uploaded because I learned a lot from what I did. I screwed up a lot in that episode. It was not good. There's a lot of me not talking, just me getting frustrated and trying to figure stuff out. So yeah, it was kind of a blessing in disguise. Alright, over here. Like I said, I moved Sierra Sidewinder over here. We are going to do a rebuild of it. This layout's not going to stay. I'm going to do, excuse me, do something a bit, oh god. Yeah, I'm going to do something better to fit in this plot of land. I might actually make it a little bit taller, just for fun, just for funsies. Yeah, I wanted to kind of use more of this area back over here. That said, I definitely like how this ride works with this area better than the rapids ever did. The rapids were just awkward. This is actually left over from the rapids, so I kind of like those hedges right there. Those look kind of nice. Maybe those hedges will stay. They don't look terrible. But yeah, I don't know, like, I just like how now there's a roller coaster right here. You have some kinetic energy moving throughout this this section of the park. This hill right here I'm probably going to get rid of. I think, no, just kidding. I'm gonna leave this hill right here because apparently it's I designed this building around that hill, which is smart. I'm using less building scenery stuff than I would have otherwise, so probably good that I just leave it like that. Alright, over here, as you can see, Sidewinder's gone. Pretty much every trace of it is gone except for some trees over here, which I'm probably going to keep. But I also moved Afterburn over here. Unfortunately, I got rid of its cool little plaza. But once I'm done building the rapids, we will go, or I'll go back and I'll redo that. Yeah, I think this is also a bit of a better spot. You get some pretty cool interaction with this building right here and the scenery around it. And you still kind of get that water interaction, though not quite as much as it was before. But nevertheless, I think it's overall a better place for it. The only downside is that like off camera, I did go and change the train colors, and it looked really, really sleek, and it looks like I'm going to have to do that again. But, oh well, that's not really much of a loss, and that's a spoiler. Over here, remember when this building was over here and it wasn't done? Well, guess what? It's done now, and we have pilots landing. It kind of looks like a hangar. It's got like the World War II Ally American Forces logo on it. I think it looks pretty cool. It really, really fits the area. I'm honestly proud of this simple building and how it looks good while still being a very, very simple just food place that is very similar to everything else in the area, but it still has its own bit of character to it. And I'm kind of debating adding some stuff on top, but I'll figure that out later. I haven't really done much of anything over here except that I found some gaps in the Flight of Fear building, so I filled those in. Sorry, I'm very, very thirsty right now. I'm having a beer with this also, so that's probably why I'm so thirsty. But anyways, EagleHawk might look a little bit different to you guys now, and that's because I did change it. The length it would take to dispatch was absurd, and I didn't like that. It just had a lot of time with just sitting around and doing nothing. Also, I just realized that pretty much all the supports are gone for the lift, so I'm gonna have to figure all that out again to figure out a way to have this and supports, because I moved. Oh god, I bet that if I move this, I'll get a support back. Let's see. Nope. Just kidding. It is the path. The path is causing the problem. But that's fine. I'll fix it. Or I'll build supports, but I'm probably just going to end up adding new path, and I'll refigure that out. Which is a shame, because I really, really like what I did here. Look at this. This cart was over there, but I was like, ooh, wouldn't it be fun if maybe it fell into there, and then whatever it was carrying it's like floating in here. And they are floating. They're partially submerged, like would be in real life. But I mean, look at them. They're in the water. Anyways, back to what I did. I had to add a mid-course break, and I also redid the 0G roll to be more like the traditional 0G roll, where it goes flat in the middle and then goes down. And the ratings actually went down a tiny bit, I think. Yeah, they did. They went down by 30 points. This ride was never really high in excitement, but I don't know. It doesn't really bother me that it's not super high in excitement, because it's a B&M invert. I think that they're fun. I don't think they're not in. No B&M invert is in like my top 5. I don't think. No, probably not. But it's very, very like it's more B&M than it was before now. So I added this right here. We'll actually watch a train going through it. Snaps into there pretty quick. It doesn't trim it down at all. And then into a newly built, hand-done wing over / corkscrew. Very snappy into a high-speed turn. And does another turn into another wing over. And then it kind of goes above that building, so I thought that would be some good interaction. And then it just does a nice little turn and sweep up into the brakes. Oh, and I think it looks pretty good. Sorry, it's like 11 o'clock at night and I worked overnight earlier, so I am a bit tired right now, but I'm not letting that stop me, because I said I was going to record a video, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to upload it. Hey look, Calico Mine ride. company, I gave it a new entrance. Well, it's in the same spot, but I extended the rockwork forward towards the path, and I added this little sign, so people actually know what they're getting onto, and they're not just walking through some rocks for no reason. Because that was, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. Like, yeah, they'll know what it is. They can look at it. I've never encountered a ride that doesn't have a sign. It's very, very bad design on my part. Now, before we get into building the rapids, which is over there, you can actually see it. I don't know if you guys saw it. But I would like to show off the operations of this. So, alright, we have a full train and a full train waiting. This one's probably a bad example, because normally it doesn't take this long. It's weird, like, it's not even with how quickly the trains come in. But, generally, okay, that train's gonna stop. It's gonna load. Restraints, and typically they only stop on the brake run for about a second, but there's always like one cycle that stacks. Like right now, that train just went through the loop, you know, that train's already heading up the lift. Holy crap, I'm tired, but it's okay, I'm gonna push through this. We're gonna do this. This is gonna happen. Alright, Camp Snoopy time. Balloon race is gone for now. I got rid of it. I always planned on adding it back. I just had to figure out where. So, this area right here used to be... Let me go into a more overhead view. So, this right here used to be a path leading from here to here, and it had that water in between it. Then right here is where Lucy's tugboat and its queue was. And I was originally gonna try and build a really, really small turntable, and that didn't work, so I ended up going onto the Steam Workshop and finding one there, and all credit to that will go in the description. Link will be there. I didn't build this, alright? Someone else did, and I have no problem admitting that. They did a great job, though I did change some things just in the the lead-in. But yeah. I redid the path over here. This is where Hoedown was. Moved that over. Changed this path slightly. The new balloon race is going to go right over here. This path right here is actually now part of Camp Snoopy, because I'm probably going to have the entrance to it over here and then the exit over here, or vice versa. It's going to be a little bit weird. I'll figure it out as I go along. But I also had to move this fountain because it was right over here and it was in the way, and this is kind of the entryway into Camp Snoopy, so it didn't really make sense having balloon race, then like entrance fountain, and then the rest of it. Like, it didn't work. So I think that's about... Oh no, sorry, I moved the restrooms that were over here over to here. I changed the exit of this store, and I moved the entrance for Sierra Side Wonder from over there over to here, and I extended it. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of yawning in this one. It's gonna happen. There's nothing you guys can do about it. Also, there's just a random thing right there. I guess that's a design feature. Okay. Alright, let's start editing this. So, first of all, I'm gonna get rid of these restrooms right here. I hit a thing. I hit the Windows button. Okay, I'm back in here. I hit the Windows button also. Alright, as soon as he's over... Alright, I'm pausing this, because we need to be paused for the rest of this. We're going to delete all of this path right here. All of it. And probably also get rid of all of this scenery. No. God, I'm not capable right now. I'm not even drunk, I'm just so tired. Okay. So here's the easy part. We get to build the rest of it. And the good news is that I actually built the entire thing as I wanted it last time I did this. So that's exciting. So this right here is going to go like that. I actually want auto tunnel on because it's going to dig this out pretty nicely. And you know what? Actually, we can go a little bit farther down. I'm leaning forward as I build this. Because I don't want to have to do like an actual drop. There we go, back into there. Perfect. Alright. I think I actually want this part right here to go ahead and turn. We're going to narrow it, and we're going to go ahead and go up into a lift. Because this is going to be more of the Grizzly / Kali River Run style of rapids than like the Bigfoot style. Okay, let me... There we go. Nice big lift hill. And actually I want to turn off the supports because I'm going to be building my own custom supports for this that are going to look very, very similar to Grizzly. And how tall is that? 69? That's too tall. I'm going to go ahead and shorten this bit to there. I want this to be about 70 feet tall. Okay, 60, that will do. This doesn't need to be ridiculously tall because not even the big drop is going to be 60 feet. It's not going to be very big, really. It's just going to look worse. Now, here's the fun part. We need to build a mountain for this. So I'm going to go ahead and build this up to here. And then I'm going to flatten all of this to foundation. And I know that right now it looks very, very bad. It looks terrible, really, if I'm being honest. It does not look good. It's really, really clashing with the area, but it's going to get better, trust me. Alright, that's fine for now. Because really all that you need to do is figure out like the basic area that you want. Then the rest of it comes pretty easy. And yeah, I think I also want to bring, oops, I want to pull that up. Get it a bit more of a natural hill. Okay, push that in. Because there's going to be a path running around here somewhere. Because let's see. Yeah, the path's right there. I actually need to move this part in more. Like, we're really not going to use much of the flat part on top as you would think. It's mostly going to work with the sides. I'm going to flatten this to foundation just so I have an idea on where I want all that to go. And actually, I want to move this more over here. Okay, this should be fine, I think. Yeah, this is good right here. And if anything, I can probably make that a little bit smaller at some point. So, alright, now that I've got this on top and we've got like this this right here, going to bring it around and let's have it go like that. I'm sure that some of you that are watching this right now are just thinking about the last time I tried to build a big like water ride and how well that worked. If you don't remember, over in the spot where El Serpiente is, I tried building this like ridiculous log flume that was supposed to be like themed to like pretty much the city of El Dorado, and it didn't really work out how I wanted it to, and it didn't last. Did not last very long at all. Alright, right here we're gonna add the first drop. It's gonna have drops. And okay. Let's see. That should be good. And then rapids. Shorten up that if possible. Nope, it's not. It's impossible. But actually, this is fine because I do want to add exterior theming along here. So then that part right there is going to be kind of held together by like scaffolding. I go to Disney a lot, so I can just channel like some elements of a grizzly and it'll look pretty cool. And let's see. So this is gonna go this way now. We'll head into some more rapids. And let's keep skirting the outside of it. Right by Afterburn. And we're gonna start heading towards where the final drop is going to be. And alright, now we'll hit some calm water. Come around here. And let's actually start the drop. The only hard part about this is that I'm not exactly sure where it's going to end. It's going to keep telling me 3, isn't it? Alright, looks like I've got some time before this thing actually hits where I wanted to. Actually, I could angle this. Yeah, I'm gonna angle it more like that, and then we'll start to drop. And I think I can get this to work a bit better. Then I also have a drop that people can actually see from the path, which is cool. Now, if I were to do that, it's still too short. So, okay, I want that to be at about 15 feet. I don't know if that's good. Let's see. No, I need to go about 1 more. Is that the one, or do I need to go do it 1 more time? I'm really bad with this. Okay, yeah, I did need to go down 1 more. So then, right there, I'm gonna hit that, and then that, and then we're gonna hit that, and I cannot place that there. What if I turn off auto tunnel? Can I? And then I turn that on. Yeah, that's right. I win. Alright, cool, and that's the Rapids ride. That's all there really was to building it. It doesn't look like much yet. I'm gonna add stuff to it. It's gonna end up looking good. The fun part is gonna be filling in all of this right here with water. I'm just kidding, that part's gonna suck. It's not a very fun process when it comes to adding water. Because right now, where is my actual table going to allow me? There. There. It's kind of almost a game of seeing where the blue line will let you go. So as you can see, I'm not actually in the water right here. I'm a little bit above it. But that's fine. I'm not going to go through the trouble of getting it to go through water again. But you know what? I should. This part's also not low enough. This would actually be pretty easy for me to fix. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do this. Okay. So, let's start this part right there. That's fine. I'm not gonna bother messing with that. Because I would have to add like a drop out of there, and then that would be stupid because it's just gonna end up going into a station anyways. Let's see, how's that? If I turn off auto tunnel, I can do one more and then there we go. And yeah, let's do that. Alright, cool. This right now we're at the easy part. We got this. So where are we in terms of this? Let's see, if I go down one more and wide section, rapids. Nope, I'm still too tall. Or I'm too high up. Let's go for 1, 2, that, excuse me, drop end, that, still too tall. Oh. Alright, one more, drop end, wide section, rapids, doot, doot. How's that? That's good. That's where I want it to be. And all I really have to do for this is, let's see, no, I was on the right thing. Sculpting, I just push. And pull. Would kind of like that to come back. Thought that looked cool. Terraforming is a very, very complicated game in this thing. It's almost like painting in a very weird way. There we go. Alright, rapids. Now we've got this. There we go. Alright, that's looking nice now. This right here will get covered up so that you can't see that it's all like, I don't know, part of the inner workings of it. Don't really need to see that. Do need more. I can't add more. Is 12 the max? Christ, capacity is going to be ridiculous then. That's not good. I wonder if is this why? Is there something that says that that's what the max capacity is? 12? That's hardly any for rapids. This thing should be able to run way more than that. Like, if this is honestly how the thing's gonna operate, the capacity is gonna be the worst in the entire park. Now, let's go and speed this up just to see how fast it is for them to actually, like, run out. And yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, now there's none. That's not good. How long till the first one actually gets back over here? So that one just went down the drop. It's really, really funny watching the rapids try and show up. I can fix that though. I can just add my own scenery to it. And let's see, how's that looking with the water line? Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that took quite a while for it to show up. I'll have to look into that, because if that's how it's really going to be, then I may have to replan some things. Or at least see if I can adjust the turntable slightly. (429-317-203). It's somehow more nauseating than EagleHawk is. That's interesting, and I'm really not sure how that works. A bit baffled. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I've got some things to figure out, but no worries, I will figure it out, rest assured. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.